So for this brand new quest, Kindred Spirits, you need to go ahead and complete part 7 of Robert from the Darkness from the Mega May events. Unfortunately though, this requires all 7 parts to be completed, and in this video I'll show you how to do that. So the first thing you want to do is go into your quest, go into featured, and then you should see Megs Investigation Service. Go ahead and open this up. You should then see Robert from the Darkness Part 1. If you've not started this, go ahead and do so. So here it is going to ask you for Part 1, speak to Meg inside the port portal in Port Sarim. You want to make your way to the north of Port Sarim, just beside the pub, and then there is this port portal which you want to go ahead and enter through. So once you arrive in, you want to head over to your west, and then you should see Meg. Go ahead and speak with her. Select option number 1, yes, and that'll be the case now started. So from here you want to head to Varrock Square, which is to the centre of Varrock. The best way of getting there is just by using the Varrock Lodestone. So once you arrive at Varrock Square, you then want to enter into the building to the southwest, which is the clothes shop. You then want to go ahead and speak with Zalaya. Select option number 1, ask about Meg's cases. So you then want to go ahead and inspect the scratch which is on the eastern wall. From here you need to return to Meg. Meg is located through the player-owned port in Port Sarim. The best way of getting there is by using the Port Sarim Lodestone. Once you arrive back in your own player-owned port, you then want to go ahead and re-speak with Meg. Select option number 1, yes. And that'll be part 1 complete. You'll be given a small XP lamp. So it's now time to start Robert of the Darkness part 2. To start this we need to speak to Meg, who is in their player-owned port in Port Sarim. Go ahead and talk to her to get this started. Select option number 1, yes. You'll then see in the missing items case, Robert from the Darkness part 2. Go ahead and click this and select start case. So you then want to go ahead and re-speak with Meg. Select option number 1, yes. So from here you need to make your way to Aggie's house, which is in Draenor Village. The best way of getting to there is by using the Draenor Lodestone, and I'll show you how to get there from the Lodestone. So from the Lodestone you want to head south. And then you will arrive in Draenor Village. You then want to enter into the building to the northwest of the bank. This is Aggie's house, a witch. Go ahead and speak with her. Select option number 1, ask about Meg's cases. So from here you need to return to Meg, who's located in Port Sarim in the player-owned portal. The best way of getting there is by using the Port Sarim Lodestone, or from here you might be quicker walking. Once you arrive back in the portal you want to go ahead and re-speak with Meg. Select option number 1, yes. And that'll be part 2 complete. You'll then be given another small XP lamp. So to start Robert from the Darkness Part 3, you need to make your way to Meg, who's in the player-owned ports portal in Port Sarim. You then want to go ahead and talk to Meg. Select option number 1, yes. You'll then get this interface. You should then see Robert from the Darkness Part 3. Go ahead and select this. And then select Start Case. You then want to go ahead and re-speak with her. Select option number 1, yes. So from here you need to make your way to the Varrock General Store, which is in Varrock Square. The best way of getting there is by using the Varrock Lodestone. So once you arrive in the General Store, you want to go ahead and speak with the shopkeeper. Select option number 1, ask about Meg's cases. So you then want to go ahead and inspect the smash crate in the northwest corner of the shop. You then want to go ahead and re-speak with the shopkeeper. Select option number 1, ask about Meg's cases. And then from here you need to return to Meg, who is in the player-owned ports portal in Port Sarim. The best way of getting there is by using the Port Sarim Lodestone. So once you arrive back through the portal, you want to go ahead and speak with Meg. Select option number 1, yes. And then that'll be part 3 complete. You'll be awarded with a small XP lamp. So to start part 4 of Robert from the Darkness, you need to make your way to Meg, who's located in the player-owned ports portal in Port Sarim. You then want to go ahead and speak with Meg. Select option number 1, yes. You'll then get this interface. You then want to find Robert from the Darkness part 4 and then select it and then select start case. You then want to go ahead and re-speak with Meg and then select option number 1, yes. So from here you need to make your way to Varrock Square. The best way of getting there is by using the Varrock Lodestone. So once you arrive in Varrock Square, you should then see a tent which you want to go ahead and enter into. You then want to go ahead and speak with the Gypsy. Select option number 1, ask about Megs cases. So you then want to go ahead and inspect the scorch mark in the middle of the floor. From here you need to return to Meg, who is located in the player-owned ports portal in Port Sarim. The best way of getting there is by using the Port Sarim lodestone. Once you arrive back in the player-owned port, you then want to go ahead and re-speak with Meg. And that'll then be that part complete. You'll then be awarded with a small XP lamp. So we're now going to start part 5 of Robert from the Darkness. To start this, you need to come and speak with Meg, who's located in the player-owned ports portal in Port Sarim. Once you arrive at Meg, you then want to go ahead and speak with her and select option number 1, yes. You'll then get this interface. You then want to find Robert from the Darkness part 5. You then want to go ahead and click on this and select start case. So you then want to go ahead and re-speak with Meg, select option number 1, yes, and then you want to continue through the chat. So from here you need to make your way to Varrock Lodestone. The best way of getting there is by using the Varrock Lodestone. So once you've arrived at Varrock Lodestone, you then want to head north, and then you want to head a little bit to your west, and then you'll arrive at the apothecary. You then want to enter into the building where the apothecary is located. This is located by a purple vial. You then want to go ahead and speak with the apothecary. Select option number 1, ask about Meg's cases. So from here we need to return to Meg. Meg is located in the player-owned ports portal in Port Sarim. Once you arrive back in the portal, you then want to go ahead and speak with Meg. Select option number 1, yes, and then that'll be that part complete. You're then awarded with a small XP lamp. So we're now going to start part 6 of Robert from the Darkness. To do this, you need to come and speak with Meg. Meg is located in the player-owned ports portal in Port Sarim. Once you arrive, you want to go ahead and speak with Meg. Select option number 1, yes. You'll then get this interface appearing. You should then find under the missing people cases, Robert from the Darkness part 6. Go ahead and select this and then select start case. You then want to go ahead and speak with Meg again. Select option number 1, yes. So from here we need to make our way to Burthorpe. The best way of getting there is by using the Burthorpe lodestone. So once you arrive in Burthorpe, you then want to head down to your southeast. You should then come across Major Nigel. Go ahead and speak with him. Select option number 1, ask about Meg's cases. So over to your southeast, there should then be some footprints in the grass. You want to go ahead and inspect these. From here you need to return to Meg, who is located in the player-owned ports portal in Port Sarim. Once you arrive back through the portal, you then want to return and speak with Meg. Select option number 1, yes. And then that'll be that part complete. You'll then be given one small XP lamp. So we're now going to complete Robert from the Darkness Part 7. For this you need to be out with your player-owned portal. You then want to go ahead and enter into your player-owned portal, which is located in Port Sarim. Once you arrive in, you need to go ahead and speak with Meg. Select option number 1, yes. You should then find under Missing People Unknown, this case is available to be investigated. This is Part 7. Go ahead and start case. You'll then get a black screen. You then want to go ahead and check the desk in front of you. And then that'll be part 7 complete. You'll be given a small XP lamp. So that is me showing you part 1 to 7 of Robert from the Darkness, which is required for Kindred Spirits. I hope this has helped you out. Please leave a like, rate and subscribe if you're new, and go ahead and get the quest started. My name is Hightower 5000 and I'm out. Adios.